The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Money Masters. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. We appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, you got the Dow Industrials up 124, Nasdaq's up 36, S&Ps are up 9.5. We have the gold contract down 510. You get the bonds. The 10 is off 11 ticks. 30 is off 1 point. You get King Dollar up 794 ticks. And let's go over to King Dollar first. We take a look at King Dollar. King Dollar on Friday. Bottom line goes south with volume. Now, we had the expansion of volume, and you're coming into the downdraft from the 24th with lighter volume. The top of that downdraft on the 24th is 95.27. We got down to a price point of 94.19. It rejected that level. What you have out here today, you're doing 19,000 contracts out here today. Your correlation out here today is how you're going into this 56,000 contract day. And the bottom of that, folks, is 95.57. The top of that is 96.43. What I expect you're going to see out here as it gets up into this level is you're more than likely going to see a failure. The reason I'm saying that is the amount of volume and price moves are dictating that whole deal. What we've done thus far, it's going to the spike that we had to the 95.80 was a decent one, so that's going to get retested. In fact, it's getting tested right now. What we did have on Friday was a wicked large expansion of volume. I'm talking about a monster too. Now, there's no doubt that option expiration, you have volume comes in, it's normally higher. Bottom line, what I've found, with that being said and done, whatever way it goes, guess what? The bulls, you could have had it, brought it up, had volume, you would have had it made. But that isn't what happened. We went downtown, volume unloaded on the markets. We did $2.5 billion on the NYSE. We did $3.2 billion on the NASDAQ. What that's saying, folks, is that operators are getting out as fast as they can under the cover, and this was really cool, actually, under the cover of option expiration. Let's go to Tom in Dallas. Hey, Tom, what's going on?
Hi, Tom. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day out there?
Pretty good.
Cool, man.
Pretty good. Yeah, I'm watching that natural gas thing down, and it went through support, but I'm really interested in picking it up. I don't think natural gas is going to go to zero.
Okay, so let's take a look at it. If we take a look at natural gas, first thing I know you want to look at the UNG, but let's go over and actually look at the contract first. So this morning we're off 1.6%. You're at 263. Oh, interesting. Okay. Ooh. Okay, so this is a breakdown. Okay, 1 second. This is an ABC down. So you get $3 is a so it's 30 cents. That gets you 255. Don't walk into this thing right now, man. Okay, so on the on the contract itself, you get an ABC down to 250. 250. 1 second. 30 cents. Yeah, 255. A 1-to-1 is 255 NG. Let me put this on a continuous contract for a second. So if we take this and put it on a continuous contract, 244 is game. That makes sense. I'm just bringing this back further so we can see what else is there. So if I bring this back 15 years, 232. 232 is game. Okay, so if we go over to the UNG, now, do you own you're looking to buy this, is that correct, Tom?
Yes.
Okay, so the UNG, folks, is the ETF structure for the gas fund. Okay, it's a 1-to-1 ETF structure. You trade at $12.13, and bring this back. Wow. Yeah, you're gonna have to trade this off of the future, man. I wouldn't touch this thing, because this is going lower, man.
Yeah.
That gas contract's an ABC down. It took the B point out, took it out with volume. And I understand, that it's not going to go to zero, but it can go to $2 in a heartbeat.
Yeah. I'm not seeing the volume on UNG. When was that?
It doesn't. I didn't. What happens is this: the UNG trades off of the actual gas contract.
Yes.
So I brought up the gas contract. And because you don't have the volume on the UNG, because no one else is in it, evidently. Do you see what I'm saying? So
yeah.
This is important to understand, too, in the context of what you're trading, folks. So the UNG, when it broke the B point, only had 3.2 million shares, breaking 715 million. So if you only looked at the UNG, that would say, hey, that's going lower with light volume, right? Mm-hmm. But the UNG specifically is a derivative of the gas contract. So I'm bringing you over to the gas contract, now the future contract, okay? We're dealing right now, the active month is the February month. When you take a look at that, this blew away the B point with volume. You did, we did 75,000 contracts, then we did 65,000, and we did 71,000 versus 44,000. So that's an ABC down.
Yeah.
Okay.
So wait for it and see what it does when it finishes the ABC.
I wouldn't even be biting when it did that, because then what you need is this. After this thing is a vicious downdraft. So when you do something like that, then what you'd have to do is wait for a sign of strength, wide price spread, accelerated volume on the way up, right? Then you could buy the retracement.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Cooking. Have a great one, man. Have a safe one. And you know what's wild about the natural gas contract, folks? If I remember, this is what's so wild about it, man. It blows my mind. When I was first getting in the marketplace, I remember Boone Pickens. He went broke on the natural, he's billions of dollars now, but he went broke on the natural gas contract. And I remember, I didn't understand the market like I do now, but I just remember saying, wow, how can natural gas get down so low? Well, the bottom line is it did, and it stayed there longer than anyone ever thought. And right now, that's breaking down. That broke with volume. So it's like, okay, that breaks with volume. We know that the oil market itself wants lower price. What had happened here, let's go bring up oil for a second, CLX5. So oil right now is trading at, you get 109,000 contracts, you're at 89 bucks. I see this, okay, so check this out. We moved lower on Friday with 283,000, and this looks like a nice little setup. It really does. It's like, hey man, this thing could be an ABC up. But very subtly on Friday, when this backed down, it backed down with big volume. Your confirmation is it's going up on light volume today. So that's building cause to test the first sign of strength that it had at $39.74. That's the way I read that there. So that's problematic, because you break that, you break down, guess what? There's more supply coming on, meaning more oil coming on, than there is demand. We'll go take a look at the XLE. XLE is also a little tricky here, because XLE comes off the bottom, has two nice signs of strength, but doesn't take out a swing point. And when you don't take out a swing point, that's problematic, because the market talks, walks, and squawks at these swing points. It's particularly problematic, I've seen, when you have large downtrends, and then you take a fundamental aspect of it saying, hey, this doesn't make any sense. Because you can make that argument in a second, like ExxonMobil, Chevron, it doesn't make any sense. They want to go to lower price. Well, guess what? It does make sense if you actually factually look at the numbers. When you look at the numbers, the ExxonMobil, you take a look at it, and their revenues have got almost, let's see, they just about got cut in half. In fact, the 59, well, actually, it's more than that. So check this out. This coming quarter, ExxonMobil's, if we go back 5 years, have got more than cut in half. They took in $125 billion in the third quarter of 2011. Their estimate is $59.5 billion this quarter. So you can see that is more than a 50% haircut in gross revenue, never mind expenses. And of course, when gross revenue goes down that fast, if you're a fundamentalist, it's really hard to cut expenses that quick when 50% of your top line revenue is down. Bottom line, they can be at lower price. Gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold, we've had some couple wide price spread, accelerated volume, big time. It looks to me like gold's already setting up another small ABC structure on the way up. And this ABC, I suspect, will go after the 1169.80, which was the highs that were generated on August 24th. How we hit that number, then that puts game in place for 1234 inside the gold market. XAU, the HUI, they both got inside the higher trading ranges. They had dropped out of those ranges 2 different times since coming off the lows in August 1st. In both cases, they have some juice as they're going topside. And if you do have an interest in the metal markets, folks, today's the last day that you can get a special on my gold report. Well, actually, tomorrow is. Tomorrow, the 700th edition of the Gold Report comes out. You can save 20% on a monthly basis for as long as you actually get that Gold Report. Inside the Dow Industrials, the strength versus the weakness inside the Dow out here today. Visa, there we go. Visa is the strength. Visa is up at $1.10 at $70.89. You get Nike second, $158. Travelers Insurance is up $131, and Microsoft is up 56 cents. There's only one stock that is negative inside the Dow Industrials. That's Merck, down 32 cents. Now, when you take that into consideration, we're up 132 points, and only one stock is negative. That's showing you how weak the Dow actually is. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you'll lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Are China A-shares hot or not? If you trade China A-shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A-share Bull and Bear ETFs. China A-shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now are up 132. You get the Nasdaq up 55. S&Ps are up 11.5. If we take a look at some of the strength inside the NDX 100, this is what you have happening out here right now. NDX is up by 35 bucks. Tesla is the leader out here. That's up $6.98, trading at 267. You get SanDisk up 134 at 54 bucks. Yahoo is up 77 cents, and Adobe is up 190. Taken away from it on the way down, you got Lam Research down 133. Biogen is off 279. You got Illumina down 144, and Clack is off 31. If we do come over and we take a look, let's go take a look at this right here. So we take a look at the IBB. The IBB, folks, okay, has been the strength inside this NASDAQ composite. The IBB, the high out here is 400. We're at 357. Bottom line is that, this thing wants to try to test out the highs that were generated out here last Wednesday. That's what it looks like. That high is 366.56. We'll see whether it can get going up there, but bottom line is it still looks like that's what it does want to do. You can see, if you saw, there's a couple articles today in either the New York Times or the Journal, one of them, about the pricing structures inside these drug companies. Bottom line is that the Valiant Pharmaceutical, which has been the company that has been taking everything over, it looks that the business plan inside that is pretty amazing. And I'm saying amazing in the context that they realized long before all this press was out here that they could take over drug companies, take those drugs and just turn around and say, okay, listen, we're putting the drug price up 200, 300, 500% overnight. That's what it's going to pay for the drug. And that's where the whole third-party structure, billing structure, comes into, unfortunately, our whole, medical deal. Third-party payments, folks, in any business is the best business that you can get into. Okay, if I've learned anything in the last 50 years, it's that if you're selling a product and I'm trying to sell it to you and you're trying to sell it to me, if that person's paying for the product, right, you have a market. If there's a third party paying for that product, you do not have a market. What you have a place to print money, okay? That has to do with, that's why tuitions are so high. Because why? Because it's so easy to get your third party loan value for tuitions. That's why they can continue to bring that up. That's why the health costs are so high, because we're paying insurance companies for the deal of paying for it. And you can get any product, and if there's a third party that is paying for that product, bottom line, you're going to see huge price discrepancies that are non-market deals, and that's what's going on inside that deal. And will it change? I suspect it's not going to change, because what has happened is that it's got more blatant, and they've got more powerful. That's the bottom line. Let's go take a look at these inside the futures first. We'll start with the E-minis. E-minis right now are running up 11.75. We take a look at these intraday. Okay, let's see what we got. We are at 1961.50. Oh, this is going to be sweet. Okay, so check this out. Yeah. Okay, so if you're trading intraday out here, right, you're at 1961.50. It's a beautiful place to sell. The reason being is that 1954.25 will get tested again. That's the high volume. Well, the probability is high. That's the high volume swing low from the open. This is running into this area right now, which is sweet. Okay, you're running in with 8 minutes, and thus far we've done 27,000 contracts versus 71,000. So that's not going to make it. Now, what I do is go right over to the NQs simultaneously. And what you're trying to do, what I do here, is you match them up and say, okay, do we have harmony that the NQs are also testing with lighter volume inside this context? So the NQs right now, yeah, the NQs are a beauty. The NQs are trading up 20 bucks. You have the high volume spike down here at 43.27. You're at 43.46. Yeah, it's a good number. And the volume's just about, let's see, 4,000 contracts versus 11,000. See ya. Don't want to be ya. Stay right there, folks. Come right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
TFNN is excited to offer a brand new piece of market scanning software unlike anything the industry has ever seen. John Logan and his team have spent years developing their market profile tools to finally be able to release the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. And right now you can get a 2-week trial absolutely free just by visiting TFNN.com and providing us your name and email address. The TAS Profile Scanner Plus is the premier market profile based scanner in the industry, powered by the acclaimed TAS proprietary algorithms, this feature-rich scanner is a standalone desktop software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Within 3 minutes of signing up, you can have the software downloaded and running on your computer with a complete roadmap of market indicators and inflection points to trade off using the TAS Profile Scanner Plus. Sign up today and try this amazing piece of software by visiting TFNN.com. TFNN has just announced a brand new morning lineup that is geared specifically for traders in this volatile traders market. Every morning at 8 a.m., John Logan starts things off with his daily program, The Global Market Pulse. At 9 a.m., Larry Pezzavento trades the market during the market open Monday through Friday on Trade What You See. At 10 a.m., Tom O'Brien hosts the Money Masters for the hour, and Basil Chapman hosts his Tiger Technicians Hour at 11 a.m. From 8 a.m. till noon every market day, these traders are with you as they provide up-to-the-second market information so that you can make the most educated and profitable trades possible. The new TFNN morning lineup is happening right now. Tune in to see for yourself what kind of actionable trading discussion they have each morning, Monday through Friday, starting at 8 a.m., live only on Tiger TV at TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. The Dow's up 164. You get the Nasdaq up 64. S&Ps are up 15. You have Big Blue up at $1.59. Walmart's up 57. Exxon's up 45. Oxy is up 23. And I suspect we just had a little surge up here. You still got Merck that is in the red. If we go take a look at this Dow Industrials, so percentage-wise, this is what we have out here today. You have the Dow up 0.9%, S&Ps are up 0.6, Nasdaq is up 0.9. If you want to see something that's really wild here, so check this out. I'll show you this in Germany. Volkswagen trades in the United States too, but you might as well look at it in Germany. The Volkswagen bottom line is that got their hand in the till. Basically with software that stops carbon emissions test. Basically relates, the software itself kicks in when the car is getting tested. And bottom line is it gives a false impression of what actually is happening. Now, if we go and we take a look at Volkswagen, what you're going to see here is that Volkswagen is down 31. This would be in euros, okay? We're at 130. Volkswagen is off a high of $262. But what I want to show you, and this is what's going to be really bizarre, is that Volkswagen is going to run down to $83.99. That's the last time it had any juice. You know, it went higher, dramatically lighter volume. Bottom line, it's come off that high, and now you get some juice coming down into that level. So Volkswagen has a big problem right here. And what you also have is that in the matter of 5 months, Volkswagen has just given back everything from 7 years. Check that out. That's pretty sick. So we're back at 2007 levels, and it only took 5 months. And it took, let me just say, 7 years to get back topside. So pretty intense. But that's how markets do operate, folks, okay? When they go south, man, they go south in a huge way. Let's go over and take a look at that, the NQs again for a second, because the NQs just made a little pop into a higher space. They're up 28 right now, and they're going after that little swing point that they were having a tough time with. But it looks like they want to take it out. So the swing point we're talking about is 4.354, and right now you're at 5.6. So it's going after that swing, and that's saying that 6.2 is open, and we'll see how it handles it. Still doesn't have the juice, but you're certainly getting wide price spread right now on this bar, and you're 7 minutes into this bar. There's no doubt about that. If we take a look at the 3Qs, we're up 113. And inside of that, you're coming right into the gap. So you're at 106.49. That's going to test the 106.60. We'll see whether it get any juice there. Where it's going to run it flat into is how we came down on the 17th. It's this 106.64 area. Excuse me, folks. That area is problematic because you have a seller there, a big seller too. That was at 1,400 hours. Of course, on the on Friday, this wasn't Fed day, but bottom line is that you have someone that is basically pushing everything right in at that area. We go to the SPY. You take a look at the SPY. The SPY right now is up 220. You've done 25 million shares. This is going against monster volume, folks. The SPY also at 197.64. Well, this will be interesting. This could get a lot higher. This could get into 199.29. Yeah, we'll see how that shakes, because that can get up there. And that's what's going on too, because what's happening. Okay, so watch this. This is this is a hard one to wrap your head around, actually, because the differential would not be that number I just gave you. The reason being is that the SPY paid a dividend on Friday. This always gets tricky because what happens is that if you're looking at a chart, that dividend ratio is important to understand, because of the fact that, that's that higher price, if we wasn't paying a dividend, would be there, but because the dividend was taken, there's price that comes out of that area. Dow Industrials right now, you're up 182. Inside that Dow, if we go over to the diamonds, we take a look at the diamonds. Diamonds right now are $187. You're at 165.41. And that level there, you're dealing with 166.50. Same setup there, though. I believe the diamonds paid a small dividend also. 877-927-6648. Volume on the NYSE right now. You got to remember, you're going into 2.5 billion shares. And right now, we've done 183 million on the NYSE on the way up. That's beautiful, man. That's sick. And on the NASDAQ, you're running out at... The NASDAQ's running out at 515. That's not bad on the NASDAQ, but the NASDAQ is coming into 3.2 billion. I haven't seen 3.2 billion on the NASDAQ in quite a while. Some of the higher volume stocks in this market right now, this is what you have happening. Come on, baby. Okay, first I'll do the ones in the NASDAQ. In the NASDAQ, the higher volume stocks, you got Apple up $1.15, Atmel's up 115. I believe Atmel's getting taken out by another company. Facebook is up 128. You have Netflix up 80 cents. PayPal is up 139. Lululemon is up 254. That's inside the comp. Inside the S&P, what you have Yahoo is up 79 cents. You got Intel up 26. Netflix up 85. Let's go over and take a look at Amazon is on the run again. Amazon right now, up $7.40. You're trading at $547.66. And, it got into this bar. It got into the bar where it had opened on its earnings at $5.80. The low is $5.29. You have $5.47. So that says that game is on, that this can go up there and test that high volume spike at $5.80. The Netflix, NFLX, what you have with Netflix, Netflix is at 103.45. Yeah, she looks like she's going to test 109.69. This is going to be wild watching this thing shake out because of the fact that you're going to need a few failures out here in those in order to get to lower price. Google can't handle higher price right now. And the biggest one out here that can't handle higher price is Apple. Apple's setting up, you came down, Apple showed its cards again on Friday. Apple traded into 111.87, had 74 million shares traded. You've done 11 million right now. You're into the gap. Apple wants lower price. Apple has a high volume spike right now from Friday at 111.87. got to pull a few more rabbits out of their hat, but it looks to me like Apple is going to be a leader on the way down. And because the weighting structure is so dramatic inside the NYSE as well as the NDX 100, that's going to be a problem for both of those indices. Let's go over and take a look at the transports. The transports, folks, were the first indice coming down, getting into the October 2014 level. Now, the top of that level is 81.69. The transports haven't been able to make it outside of that level yet. The low was 7,700. We hit 74.52. And the bottom line is that we hit that with juice. We came down there with 123 million shares. It was testing 130 million. You went back topside with 76 million. What does that set up? Guess what? That sets up that still building cause to come back down into that lower level once again. And you break that lower level, and if we do break that lower level, you're going to see the transports run down to about 6,400. So that is a big number. The XLF, we take a look at the financials. Financials out here also came down with juice. The financials are up 31 cents right now. You're at 10 million shares. We came down Friday with 69 million. The 24th, the high of the 24th of August is 23.43. We're 22.97. The longer that we stay inside the trading from the 24th, your higher probability goes that you're going to try to get to the bottom of that. Now, inside the ETF structures, I wouldn't be looking at those lows. Like the XLF is saying $18.52. It traded there, but I wouldn't be looking at that low. What you can do for gauge-wise, look at the low on all the equities of the 25th, you know, as we get into that level. That's 22.25. How you come into that level is going to give you a better understanding of what this market is doing. You know, are we going to go to the lows of the 24th? Bottom line, some individual stocks that actually didn't gap down 20 bucks, you can make a case for. If you saw that article in the journal KKR, they were going bonkers on their market maker because what ended up happening is that their market maker opened their stock down by 40%. And 800, and here, I'll pull it up right now. So KKR on the 24th opened, so on the 23rd, so watch this. On the 23rd, the stock closed at $19.55. On the 24th, they opened the stock, well, it's saying here $17, but that isn't what it was saying in the paper. In the paper, it's saying they opened the stock at $9.45. $9.45, that is, okay? It went to a low of $8. 883,000 shares did change hands at the specialist desk, not electronically. It was electronics that took over and brought the stock all the way back up to $17.75. They're going to can that specialist. And their problem is there's only a few specialists left on the NYSE. And what they did do on the 24th is that there's a couple different rules that the New York Stock Exchange can put into place. They put that into place, allowing the specialist a much wider parameter as to where they can open stocks. What the article didn't say is, number one, the 883,000, so picture this, multiply that times 10, is that, was it the specialist that pocketed that, or in fact, was it a markets coming in and out? It was intriguing reading that article, though. And of you know, the executives there, you know, I suspect they're going to can them. But what you can get out of that also is that when the large sharks go at each other, that water gets really bloody. And that's where we're at in the marketplace right now. There's, you know, many times folks think that they're only going after retail traders. That's not the case. The biggest amount of money is one shark going after another, big time. We go over and we take a look at Walmart. Walmart has been consistently giving us an aspect that it wants lower price. Same right here, right now. It's pretty intense, man. Walmart's up 55 cents. You have 1.5 million shares. You came down on Friday with 12.8. Guess what? This thing wants to go after its swing low of 61.50 from the 24th. It's in the 24th. And, you know, we'll see whether it breaks down and is, in fact, an ABC structure on the way down, which would be an absolute mind blower. But on a longer-term basis, because the way that Walmart broke down after being a 12-year consolidation, it is saying that it is going dramatically lighter. We go take a look at a few of the gold stocks out here. An Eco Eagle, that little baby, flat out here today. What we had on Friday, folks, was this. Friday is that you had the gold equities push higher with volume. They didn't hold price, but guess what? When you push higher or lower with volume and don't hold price, you're going to go right back to where that price point is. And I suspect what you see with these golds right now is you're going to build some cars to do more than likely a small ABC structure. That small ABC, this is what's pretty cool, is that on most of the equities, gold and silver equities, the small ABC structure that we're in now, I suspect we're in the B to C, will bring it up to the highs that were generated out here on the 20th of August. And how we hit those levels, meaning the 20th of August, is a monster heads up. Like, are you going to take those out with volume? You know, just what is going to be the performance up at those particular levels? We go take a look at the futures market. I know Larry's been talking about cattle. Let's see what cattle has done. So cattle opens. So cattle is up a penny right now. Let me see what this is. So the cattle trades from 0900 to. Okay, so yeah, it's time to wait just a little bit longer here. Okay, so cattle trades today, lows 139.30, the highs 140. There's not enough juice. So I believe Larry was talking about about the 135, 136 area. We hit 138, and today would be the 28th day when you're talking time and price. But what you have out here today is that we've done 8,300 contracts. We came down with 18,000, 27,000, and that. Yeah, this still wants lower price. It's almost ready. It's Tom O'Brien. It's TFNN. You stay right there, folks. Come right back. Dow up 176. Nasdaq up 46. S&P's up 16. We're going to be right back.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. This coming Tuesday, September 22nd, Tom O'Brien will publish the 700th issue of his weekly newsletter, The Gold Report. It's amazing to think that Tom started his newsletter over 13 years ago when gold was trading under $300 an ounce. To celebrate the 700th issue, you can sign up right now at a 20% savings off the regular monthly price, and you can lock in that low rate for as long as you remain a subscriber. The Gold Report is Tom's weekly newsletter covering the gold market as well as a variety of gold mining equities. The Gold Report is published every Tuesday afternoon with a market update sent out to subscribers on Monday mornings. Tom will walk you through what's going on in the gold and metals market each week, as well as providing specific buy and sell recommendation on the mining equities themselves. Now is the perfect time to sign up for the Gold Report. The 700th issue is published Tuesday, and that's when this sale ends, so act now. David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. Don't forget, folks, you can get all the programming at TFNN right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. We get the Dow up $1.80 right now, Nasdaq's up 49, S&P's are up 16.5. Our man, Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next, growling and prowling with you. And then, of course, we got Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back here this afternoon. And our man, Mr. John Logan, is going to be back with us in the next, probably by the end of the week, folks. He is a trooper, no doubt. Bottom line, great program, 8 o'clock in the morning. And then, of course, on Tuesdays and Thursdays, we got our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, from 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. So let's go over and we take a look at the XLE. You know, inside this oil market, the XLE today is up 54 cents. You're out there trading at 63, 64. If you're looking to get into something like this, I'd just wait it out. Why? Well, Friday, most of these structures have told us quite a bit. It's going to be today that they actually tell us more in the confirmation. Specifically what it is that you came down with big volume. You're bouncing today with lighter volume. That correlation inside the aspect of where these have been trading are building cause for lower price. You know, so if we go take a look at the Chevron, we had just looked at Exxon. You take a look at Chevron. What you have with Chevron? Chevron got into 76.96, 18 million shares. You're going higher this morning with 2 million. If we go back to the financials for a second and look at Goldman Sachs, I heard this morning. Goldman Sachs got it upgraded, and bottom line is that by Oppenheimer, and it's up 296. Goldman Sachs is a dog. It's going to be wild watching this thing shake out. And this is what it is. So Goldman is off its highs of 218. You're at 183. The 24th, the trading from the 24th, the high of the 24th is 186. The low is 172. This is a high volume swing low. Goldman Sachs, and this is what's ironic about Goldman Sachs, by the way, is that went to 172, but that actually really traded there, you know, and it's like, okay, we know Goldman is Goldman, and guess what? It's hard to get hold of their stock and really jam it. Bottom line, what you have on the 25th, we got to 177, huge volume, 7.2 million. You do a counter trend bounce, you get up there with 3.7. Friday, We go back downtown with 6.5. They get an upgrade out here today. It's up $2. Big deal. Guess what? This is an ABC structure on the way down, building cars to get into lower price. We bring this back a little bit further and put it on a monthly basis, and what you're going to see is that Goldman got back inside the 193 area. So what that sets up on a basis, this sets up 131. You know, so it's going to be wild watching Goldman and the aspect of the next 2 to 3 months, you know, how it tries to work itself into that area, because it's screaming. Well, here's right there. Oh, this, yeah, no, you know, this is interesting. So check this out, folks. April of 2010, the high, which should have had some strength, would have had some strength here, of 186.41, Goldman fell back into. That's a huge heads up in itself, because technically that should have held, because we did 553 million shares there when Goldman had gone from 186 to 143. Well, we dropped inside that area again. The longer you're inside that area, the more that it's saying, okay, you're going to go, we can just take the bottom of that. The bottom of that is still 143.30. So, bottom line, these financials are in trouble. That is saying the higher market's in trouble. You stay right there, folks. I'm in. Mr. Basil Chapman's going to be coming up next. Growling a problem with you. Dow Industrials up 171. NASDAQ up 45. S&P's up 15. I'm in. Basil's coming right back. You stay right there, folks. Look forward to speaking this afternoon. Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.